Alright guys, welcome back to Kitchen Table Magic. Tonight was going to be an Oathbreaker night, but instead Unsanctioned came out, and so we decided we'd pick up a copy and play that instead. Unsanctioned is a unset. Let's open it up here.
I thought that would work. Let's take it.
So none of the cards are standard legal, modern legal, commander legal, unless your play group plays with it. Comes with some new full art lands, an interesting design. It comes with 5 of the foil and 5 of the regular. They are pretty beautiful. I like that foily gold on them.
Yeah, it's an interesting take on the foil because it's only in the gold. It's not in the artwork. Or it is in the artwork, but it's more subtle in the artwork. And then 5 of the regular.
So there's 5 of those, and then there's double-sided tokens. I believe it's on some on both sides.
Yep, there's Beebles, giant teddy bears on this side, and then acorn stash, goblins, squirrels, and dragons. I like the dragon tokens.
And it comes with 2 6-sided dice because there's a lot of dice rolling cards in here. And then it comes with 5 monocolored decks, and I think they're 30 cards each, and then you just open, grab 2 of them, shuffle them together, and play with them. That's all you gotta do. So we're gonna have a game of Unsanctioned.
We haven't picked our colors yet, and so that's gonna be kind of a, what do we want to call, surprise when the gameplay starts. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some time. We've got some sleeves set off to the side. We're going to pick our colors, sleeve up, and then we'll bring you back in for the game.
All right. See you then. All right. Welcome back. We've chosen our deck colors. I went with black and red.
And I went with blue-green. So now we're going to roll to see who goes first. 5.
11. I guess I'm going first.
Yes. Mr. Red.
Let the Unset Shenanigans begin.
I'm keeping.
I'm not keeping. I had 2 red mana and a bunch of black spells.
Oh my goodness. This is going to be a challenge for me because some of these are from, so some of each of the sets are from, or some of each of the colors is from each of the unsets. So there are cards here from before I was playing Magic with keyword abilities that I'm not familiar with.
I'm going to get rid of... I think I better get rid of my 9-drop.
Probably not going to be there for a while.
Nope. Okay. I'm ready. So let me look here. I'm going to play a mountain and pass.
Alright, so I draw. I'm going to play a forest and pass.
Draw. I'm going to play a swamp, and then I'm going to play... Tap red in the colorless for common iguana, and it says, when this creature enters the battlefield, I'm pretty sure we do this part right. When this creature enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, you draw a card.
Yes, because then when it, what is this was in the newest set,
Yeah.
when it's not morph, augments. When it augments, then whenever, like it says, when this creature attacks, then you do it again.
Oh,
so
okay.
when this one's entering, it triggers. But then when you place the head on it later, it'll trigger more. You may discard a card if you do draw a card. Oh, okay.
I am going to discard this card. Goblin SWAT.
And then draw a card?
Then
What does Goblin SWAT do?
if I would have kept Goblin SWAT, I say Goblin SWAT team, or say Goblin SWAT team put a +1/+1 counter on Goblin SWAT team, unless an opponent swats the table within 5 seconds. Activate this ability only once each turn.
Yeah, you have to be really quick with that.
Okay. Come something.
Do I have 5 seconds?
Yeah.
I see why you discard. Okay, so my turn?
Yep.
Okay, untap,
It's like my
draw.
sneaky armchair.
Right?
It's
Okay,
in
so
this. I think it's in the white deck.
is it? There's 2 green for Old Fogey. This is what I was talking about, where it's going to be a challenge for me because it has a lot of text to it. A 7/7 dinosaur has phasing. I don't know what phasing is.
It means it leaves the game and then enters back in. It's kind of like bouncing, I think.
So that it removes all damage from it. Okay. Cumulative upkeep, which means every upkeep, which is why I got my upkeep trigger ready, I have to pay 1 mana to keep it on the battlefield. If I don't pay, I lose it. It goes to the graveyard, is my understanding. I think I understand cumulative upkeep. Echo.
I don't know what Echo does.
We may have to look. Fading 3.
Don't know what that does.
Bands with other dinosaurs.
I kind of know what banding does, but I can't quite remember. I think it takes damage instead of something.
Oh, like you can distribute it, probably.
I can't remember.
Protection from Homerids, which is a creature type I've never seen before, but I'm sure is in here. It's snow-covered planeswalk, flanking, and rampage 2. So, oh my god, I have no idea what this card does, but it's big, and I love it. So.
And we're going to have to look up about 90% of those keywords.
Like, I know nothing except cumulative upkeep.
We're not old fogies.
We're not. I mean, we are, but we didn't, I didn't play Magic prior to, 2015, I think?
16.
16? Okay. I thought it was the year after we were married.
16.
16.
It's Eldritch Moon.
Oh, okay. So that was my turn.
Okay, well.
Wiggle.
We are going to start off the the Unset Shenanigans with a Enter the Dungeon.
Uh-oh.
Players play a Magic sub-game under the table starting at 5 life and using their libraries as their decks. The winner searches their library for 2 cards and puts those cards into their hand. So we are not going to climb under the table to play.
We'll play it up here.
We'll play it up here. So
but we start with 5 life here.
5 life.
Counter for you. Here's my 5. And we use this.
And we use our library as our...
Oh!
It says using their libraries as their deck.
Yeah, as the deck. So we have to... read it again? Oh my gosh, this is going to be horrible. We're going to have
Under the table, starting at 5 life, and using their libraries as their decks, the winner searches their library for 2 or more cards.
So we play a basic...
So yeah, we draw 7 more cards.
Yeah, okay.
I was going to say, shit, I got to hold all those cards in my hand.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay, so...
So we don't use any of the mana we've got now. Cause this
right,
is
yeah, I pulled all my stuff back. Here, what I'll do is I'll just set this on top so I know these are my... So this is the...
Do we roll to see who goes first?
Yeah, I guess. But, okay. 3.
4.
Okay, back to 5. So this is our dungeon game here. Okay.
So yeah, this is dungeon game. I'm gonna... I guess I'll keep.
I guess I'll keep.
I'll play a land. And go.
Okay, I will, I guess, also play mana for turn.
Okay, I'm gonna draw. Not quite what I wanted to draw. I'll play a black, tap for 2 colorless, and play Krark's Other Thumb. If you would roll a die, instead roll 2 of those die and ignore one of the results.
Okay. My turn?
Yep.
So I will play another mana, and then I will reveal Cheaty Face.
Cheaty Face?
If Cheaty Face is in your hand, you may sneak Cheaty Face onto the battlefield. If an opponent catches you right away, that player may exile Cheaty Face. I put him under my island.
Ah!
So you didn't catch him during my turn or your turn, so I consider that not immediate.
No.
And then I will tap my mana for, what is this?
Dang, she's good at cheaty cards.
Wall of Fortune. A 0/4 defender. You may tap an untapped wall you control to have any player re-roll a die that player rolled. So then, since he was on my turn, on my side of the table before my turn started, I can fly in for 2. Because he doesn't have summoning sickness. You really didn't see him? Like, at all? You didn't suspect anything?
Nope, I didn't expect no cheaty face over there.
That's funny.
I'm gonna tap a black and 2 for Poultrygeist. A 1/1 flyer. Whenever a creature dies, you may roll a 6-sided die. If you roll a 1, sacrifice Poultrygeist. Otherwise, put a +1/1 counter on Poultrygeist.
Okay.
And I'm done.
So what is it whenever a creature dies? Oh, okay. Alright, so untap and upkeep draw. And then oh, that's interesting. Okay. I'll attack him for 2.
And block with my Poultrygeist.
Okay.
Bye-bye. And since he died, I don't think I need to roll a die.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
So,
Because yeah. Because he has to die to resolve that trigger.
yeah.
Right?
Gonna play that. And I'm gonna do, what do you got?
I've got 5.
5. I'm gonna do 4 to play Pointy Finger of Doom. So I can pay 3 and spin it in the middle of the table so that it rotates completely at least once, then destroy the closest permanent the finger points to.
Oh, interesting. But you have to pay 3 to tap
Yeah,
and
so
activate it. Okay.
Maybe I could activate it once.
Maybe. Okay. Untap, upkeep draw.
Probably blow up my sub-game cards.
Oh, cool. Okay, so we'll pay 2 mana for Growth Spurt. Roll a 6-sided die. Target creature gets plus XX until end of turn, where X is the result.
Well, I think I lost sub-game.
3, so it's a 5/5 flyer. Boom!
And I lost sub-game.
And you know what's even funnier? I had Cheaty Armchair. I had 2 Cheaty cards out, and you didn't see either of them. And I even flubbed up when I had my mana tap like this. I went untap, and I'm like, let's just pretend that didn't happen.
I'm about to see that on video.
Yeah, you will, and then you'll feel really
So
silly.
do the cards in our hand go to the graveyard then too?
Okay, so how does your
say.
spell read?
It says, so the winner searches their library for 2 cards, put those cards into their hand, then shuffles their library.
So since that was all under, I think what it means is we bring our decks back up, like they were, like our library is back up, but I can pull 2 cards out of it.
Yeah, but what about the cards that we have in our hand?
I think they go back in,
Oh,
and that's why it says to remove it.
Well, all but the ones we probably just played.
No, I think you can still put those in.
Because it's like a new game.
Oh,
You used them already.
yeah, you used them in that game, but
Oh.
then it's like you reshuffle your deck and bring them back in, is my understanding.
Works for me, except for my dead one.
Well, your dead one. Because it's not in that graveyard.
Oh yeah, it's in a different graveyard.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a interesting card.
And I can bring any 2 cards I want?
Any 2 cards. It says searches their library for 2 cards.
can I look at my hand to see what I want?
Doesn't say you can't. So now when we get back, it's your turn.
Yes, right?
For the regular game of Magic. You get 2 games of Magic tonight.
Right? Wait, because isn't this best of 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
oh my gosh, we might
You get 4 games of Magic tonight. You got mini sub game. That actually took about 5 minutes.
Right? The problem is I don't know what I'm searching for.
And then I can put my common iguana back out there.
This one may help me the most, I think. No, you know what? That doesn't really help. Let me do something else.
I don't know what I'm going to do about an old fogey dinosaur. Yeah, it's phasing.
Yeah, do you want to look some of that up on...
I know what phasing is because I played with a phasing card.
And what do you have on the field as regular right
It's
now?
a common iguana.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this is hard. Wait, I don't think I want that one. Yeah, that's the one I want. Okay.
Ooh, this card's crazy.
I think I'm going to just bring that out. Oh my god, they're all so fun. I want them all. Okay. I think that's it. I think I made my decision and done. I gotta just move on because I don't know enough of the cards, but I think these ones will be fun to play with.
What's funner than an old fogey dinosaur that we don't know half of the flavor text
Right?
or half the freaking keyword?
I'm sure it's really powerful. I don't know what to do with it. Okay, do you wanna? No, you wouldn't, because it's just, or would you? I don't even know.
No.
Okay, so then it's my turn, so I'll bring my dino back out, untap, upkeep, draw. Oh my gosh, I can't even pick up my cards. Okay, and then, oh, sorry, that was my cumulative, because I forgot to do that because we moved. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's my cumulative. And then I will play, I guess, just mana for the turn.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because my cumulative upkeep cost hurt.
Didn't attack with your 7/7.
Oh. Yeah. Do you mind? I'm sorry. I'm discombobulated from all that.
1, 2.
Oh! He must want to do something with that little guy.
No, but maybe I will here. Ooh. That's a lot of mana for that thing. I'm gonna have to hold.
Okay. Untap.
Old fogey dinosaur, cumulative upkeep.
Upkeep.
Fucking cheaty face.
Draw.
Oops, I used the F word.
Uh-oh. I guess I'll learn how to edit. Okay. Mana for turn. 1 blue and 2 others. Alexander Clamilton. Whenever I cast a wordy spell, I get to scry 2. A spell is wordy if it has 4 or more lines of text rules. So it says whenever, so that counts himself, right?
Yeah.
Because he's got more than 4 rules, so I can scry 2, and I will burn 2.
And then I'm gonna pay a red and 2 to play Super Duper Death Ray on Cheaty Face. It has trample and deals 4 damage to target creature and then 2
to me.
Yep.
Because I love that card, by the way. An instant that has trample. I think that was such cool flavor when they put that in.
Yeah.
But you don't like my cheaty face?
No, I ain't got any way to deal with a flyer right now.
By the way, this has additional text, but I can't activate it because it goes with the red deck.
That's
One in a
why-
red.
Yeah,
tap.
that's why you need the underdome.
That's what I was saying though, is I just was saying they built in some crossovers, so some of these decks help bump others, and I'll attack for 7.
Some block with common iguana.
Then I'm done.
Because I don't know how I'm taking out old fogey dinosaur. Ah, man, I played this card bunch and it never helped me. Snickering Squirrel. You may tap Snickering Squirrel to increase the result of a die roll by 1.
Oh yeah, the black seems to care about dice a lot. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My turn?
Yep.
Untap. Upkeep, I'm going to do as some blue mana. See, I think fading 3 means he loses 3 power each time.
Does he? I don't know.
Would be my bet. That seems to make, like, logical sense. Because as fading, he would get weaker and weaker.
I don't know. You can look it up. I don't have a phone or anything. Might have to look it up.
I just want to make sure I'm not hitting you too hard, too fast, because I think that's one of the oops, hello. That's the camera app. I don't want the camera. Let's just look it up real quick, because I think, because if so, when I first hit you, that would be 7, because that was his first time attacking. And then the next time, I think if he, because I'm thinking about it, and I think that might be what it is. So I'm going to search fading keyword in Magic. Fading is a keyword ability that limits the number of turns a permanent is on the battlefield. During each of its controller's upkeeps, that player removes 1 fade counter from the permanent. If the player cannot remove a fade counter, they must sacrifice it. So I've had 3 upkeeps with him because the first time I cast him, then I attacked within the next turn, so that would have been the first one. Then you blocked the next time, and then this would have been my 3rd one. So he had 3 fade counters. Oh, so I get him 1 more. Yeah. So I would have, okay, I'm glad we looked that up. That makes a lot of sense. So I still have him. Okay, and then Vanishing was another one of his, or no? No,
Phasing,
Echo.
which is, I can't remember phasing. I think you just take him out of the game at your end step.
We'll look at Echo. Keyword ability on permanents that require the permanent's controller to pay its echo cost at the beginning of the player's next upkeep after he or she gains control of it or sack it. Oh, so I was supposed to be paying double green for him each time. So upkeep and 2.
He takes a lot of mana to use.
But that's why he's so why he's so strong though. Oh, I'm sorry. So what would that have changed? Nothing my second turn because I left my mana up, but it would have meant I couldn't cast him. Do you want me to take him back?
No, just leave him.
Okay, and then we should have looked it up right away. And then the only other one was what?
There's phasing and banding.
And flanking.
I know, flanking. It's like when...
No, but phasing is the first one. Oh my gosh.
Flanking is when a creature blocks, he can attack from behind. I can't remember.
Okay, causes permanents to phase in and phase out. This phases in or out before you untap during each of your untap steps. While it's phased out, it's treated as though it doesn't exist.
Yeah, I kind of knew that because in the commander deck there is Teferi's something where he phases out your whole board.
So does that mean his other stuff doesn't apply? Because if he phases, it's like he doesn't exist. So those other triggers wouldn't count.
If he was tapped, but if you leave him untapped.
No, it doesn't say anything about tapping. This phases in or out before you untap during each of your untap steps. Oh. I might not play with him until I understand it better. I'm sorry. And then flanking and rampage too. What the heck is rampage? Oh my gosh.
He enters with a +1/1 counter, I think, if something was done.
Attacking creature, a bonus to its power and toughness when it's blocked by more than 1 creature.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Listen to myself.
Well, he's going to be dead next turn anyway.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Yeah, because of the phasing. Okay, so mana for turn. And then we'll do 1 green and 3 others for Elvish improvisers, impersonators. A star elf. As it enters the battlefield, roll a 6-sided die twice. Its base power becomes the first result, and its base toughness becomes the second result. So he's a 2-1. That's the worst.
And don't you get a scry?
Yeah. I'll scry too.
Whenever you cast a wordy spell.
Yeah, and I'll burn this one. And then I will attack, I guess.
Block with my squirrel.
Dang it. Alright.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Play that. This might hurt me, but I'm gonna play it. 2 red and 3 others for yet another Aether Vortex. All creatures have haste. Players play with the top card of their library revealed.
Shit.
And then non-instant, non-sorcery cards. So non-instant, non-sorcery cards on top of a library are on the battlefield under their owner's control in addition to being in their library. So you already have that on the board apparently.
But I can't do anything with it because I can't uptick it. So wait, does it enter? Because I have an ETB trigger on it.
It's in the battle, enters the battlefield.
As Bob enters the battlefield, create 4 1/1 blue Beeble creature tokens.
And then I guess, so non-instant, non-sorcery card on top. So I've got a Infernal Spawn of Evil out here. He's a 8/8 with Flying, First Strike, Trample.
And haste.
And haste.
Because of that. Flying, First Strike, and Trample.
Yep.
8/8? What's even the point?
And once each turn, while you're searching your library, I may play black and a colorless to reveal Infernal Spawn of Evil from your library and say, I'm coming too. If you do, Infernal Spawn of Evil deals 2 damage to a player of your choice. So he's actually on the battlefield until he's in my hand, and then he's off. Same with your Planeswalker. But you'll still have the Beebles.
So, okay, what?
So non-instant, non-sorcerer cards on top of your library are on the battlefield under their owner's control in addition to being in their library. So technically this is still in my library, but it's also here on the
Right, so if you attack with it, I take the damage because I can't block. So I'm down to 10. And then your turn's over because you're tapped out and you're done,
well, yeah,
right?
because he's tapped. So
Okay.
I'm just going to put him back
So
in my library.
untap, upkeep, bye, old fogey, draw. Now he's in my
You gotta
hand.
flip the card over. And that's on the battlefield too, so.
Just a second. As long as the spell is on the stack, players can't move cards on the battlefield. Slaying Mantis enters the battlefield by being thrown from a distance of at least 3 feet. When it enters the battlefield, it fights each creature an opponent controls that it touched as it entered. But you don't have any creatures, so I'll just let it chill there for a second. I will play mana for turn. The most normal thing about this whole game is playing mana for turn. Like, that's all I can get accomplished. Okay. Basically is what it feels like. Then I will pay 2 blue and 3 others for Bob of Beebles. As it enters the battlefield, I get to create 4...
And they have haste.
And they have haste. So that exchange we just had for that 8 points of damage, I'm feeling a little bit better about this. Okay, plus his... the number of loyalty counters on Bob is equal to the number of Beebles you control. So right now he's at 8. I can uptick him, and up to X target Beebles can't be blocked this turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Which would be 3, but they can't be blocked anyway because you don't have anything. So I'm not going to uptick him. I will downtick him to 7. So how does that work then?
You get a scry too.
No, I get to draw a card.
Well, from Alexander Hamilton.
Does it count?
Because
it's more than 4.
Spell.
Okay. Well, I'm going to draw my card. Oh, or no. Oh, these don't interact well.
So what?
Because okay, I'm gonna scry, because I can choose which order to do things. So I'm gonna scry and see if I like this any better. I'm gonna burn that. Do not need that right now. And then I have I downticked him, so I have to draw that, don't I? Mm-hmm. Darn it! Can I not? Because I'm learning. No, I'll draw it.
Well,
you know what's coming for you next
flip
time.
your other card over. Land.
That's what I just burned too. Okay, and I don't need my upkeep trigger. Okay. Oh my gosh, we might only get one done tonight. All right, so then my Beeble army and my 2/1 attack.
So 10.
Yep.
I'm at 3.
So imagine these guys are all tapped. I'm glad they had haste.
I'm gonna pick up this nice 10 drop.
That you don't have mana for.
Flip this over. Now I got a Poltergeist out here. Oh man. What are those guys? I'm gonna go 1 black, one black, and 4 others to play Stinging Scorpion. And when it enters the battlefield, target creature the opponent controls get -1/1.
All of them?
1.
Oh.
Blow off one of those.
My Beeble! My Beeble!
And
Sorry, that was
whenever
really
a creature
annoying.
dies, you may roll a 6-sided die. I forgot about Poltergeist.
You didn't forget. You remember. Good job, Dorkface.
Right.
We have a whole kitchen table and you can't roll it.
6. If you roll a 1, sacrifice it. Otherwise, he gets +1/1 for each counter on him. So now he's a 7.
No, for each counter. He gets +1 for each counter. He doesn't have any
Otherwise,
counters.
put a +1/1 counter on him.
Yeah, so now
so
you're
he
putting...
gets 1. So he's 2/2. Oh man, he sucks.
Well, he takes time to develop.
I don't know, because he's like a turkey cookie.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it is? So now he's a 2/2 flyer, right?
Yes.
Fly in with him. I can't block
Might as
him.
well, because 2.
8.
And you just go back here, because that's my next
That's
one.
an interesting mechanic. Are you done?
Yep.
Alright, untap. Let's untap the Beeble army. I'm half tempted to call them the Bieber army, but I won't. Alright, this is a Wall of Fortune Defender. I may tap an untapped wall I control to have any player re-roll a dice that player rolled. That would have been handy to help that. Mana for turn, because you saw me draw it.
Yep.
And then 2 and 5 others. Slaying Mantis. So while it's on the stack, you can't move any cards, and I have to be 3 feet away. Is this 3 feet?
That's probably more than 3 feet.
Well, I don't know.
3 feet.
Okay, well, if you want me to be closer, I'll try to be more accurate. Okay, for those at home, I'm about to throw the Slaying Mantis, and I'm going to try to hit his Scorpion. We will see.
You did it.
Oh, yeah.
And you killed half your Beeble.
No, I only killed the top Beeble. The top Beeble moved. Wait, and I think it's only an opponent's. It fights each creature an opponent controls that it touched as it entered. So it's a 6/6. Kills your whatever 3/2.
3/2.
Totally worth it. Totally worth it. The first time we played with this, he was actually the one in control of it. He threw it way over, like it went way overshot the table. So, because of your hasty thing, I'll attack for 6. 2,
Yeah,
1,
you
2,
got me
3,
beat.
4, 5, 6, 7 Beebles! I could have just sent in a couple of the Beebles. Finish you off with the Beeble army.
Yep.
I just like saying Beeble. I'm glad I chose blue so that I could play with the Beebles. Alright, so I don't know how long that was, but it was like 40 minutes for one match, which was technically 2.
2 matches.
Oh, I gotta flip that one back right. Oh my gosh, this is so hard! I hope I don't get Old Fogey again, because I legit have no idea how to best use him.
Well, you know, he's the only guy he's got.
But that fading is really interesting. It means you can get powerful creatures out fast, because then they just fade away. I would have seen that more as a black mechanic, so it surprises me. Because you, as a black mage, sacrifice life for gains all the time. Yeah, that makes sense as a flavor thing for. But I guess other there's crossover. You wanna? Of course you don't. All right, so I won, so I get to choose who goes first. I would like to go first. No more of your shenanigans.
I got
Actually,
a whole deck.
I was gonna say there's probably plenty of shenanigans. I'm going to
keep mine as well.
Okay, and then I will. Oh my gosh. Some of these are hard to read just because of the way that I'm done.
I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna play the Underdome, and then I'm gonna play Jack in the Box for free because it's a 0 cost.
Nice.
And I'm going to take a gamble, tap that, roll a six-sided.
Wait, is it a?
It's not a creature, so it doesn't have.
Oh.
Tap. I'm gonna roll a 6-sided die. Hope I don't get a 1. 3. So I add blue to my mana pool.
Interesting.
And then I'm going to pay this for red because it says tap, add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to pay silver bordered costs.
Oh.
To play abstract iguana art.
Ooh, let me see that. That's cool. The painting's like coming to life. That's like the sculpture guy.
So whenever you cast a spell, note the first letter of its artist's name. If that letter wasn't already noted, put a +1/+1 counter on abstract art.
Oh.
So I might need some paper now.
Yeah. Dude, like we're ransacking the house to get props for this game.
So do I have to note
It says what?
whenever you cast a spell?
That one counts. Abstract iguana?
So
Start
C.
No.
Whenever you get artist's name, so the first letter of the artist's name. So his is Chris Seaman.
Oh, so C. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought it was
C.
Interesting. And then what?
And then if that letter wasn't already noted, put a 1/1 counter on it. So I have to cast spells that don't have C in the artist's name.
That's gonna be easy. And it's just for you, right?
Yes.
It's not me. Okay. Are you done?
Mm-hmm.
Green and one other. I can search for a basic land card. I'll search for a forest, although there was an island right at the bottom. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library.
Oh, you're still doing your...
Yeah. Well, I'm done. That was all I could do.
Okay.
Do you want to?
No.
Okay.
I'll wait until you're done.
I'm playing. I'm good.
I'm gonna play a swamp. And I'm going to tap my Jack in the Mox. Hope I don't get a 1. Get a 2.
Why? What's it one do?
I have to sacrifice it, lose 5 life.
Oh.
So I add a white to my mana pool. So I'm gonna go black, colorless, use the white as a colorless to play Jumbo Imp. And I'm gonna note a P.
And put a 1/1 on abstract iguana.
And when Jumbo Imp enters the battlefield, roll a 6-sided die. 2. Jumbo Imp enters the battlefield with a number of 1/1 counters on it equal to the result. At the beginning of your upkeep, roll a 6-sided die and put a number of 1/1 counters on Jumbo Imp. At the beginning of your end step, roll a 6-sided die and remove a number of 1/1 counters from Jumbo Imp.
Oh, so he could die this turn even.
Nope.
Yes! We are not very lucky with dice rolls.
I'm going in for 2.
I'll take it. 18. Alright, my turn.
Yo.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I will play mana for turn, tap 2 for Water Gun Balloon, which is an artifact. I've got to pick it back up so I can read it. As it enters the battlefield, each player puts a pop counter on 0. So basically just grab a 6-sided dice. We'll just set them over here. And just set it to 1 for now. Because there's like little sliders here, but we won't even do that. Whenever a player casts a spell, move that player's pop counter up 1. When a player's pop counter hits 5, that player creates a 5/5 pink giant teddy bear creature token and resets all pop counters to 0. So when it enters the battlefield, I create this. So this is already resolved, right? Mm-hmm. This doesn't trigger this. Like I don't get to. Okay. So I'll start with it off. So just so I remember that it's...
each player or just you?
Each player. It's a race.
So every time you cast this spell, are you going to attack with your 1/1?
I was. Yes, thank you. I was busy talking.
Are you done?
I am done. Yes.
So I'll untap my Jack-in-the-Box.
He's an
Abstract
artifact.
Iguana. I'm gonna do another black. I'm gonna tap for a red and 2 to play Goblin Haberdasher, and I'm going to note the letter J, which I don't have yet. Desperizing.
No, it goes on.
So he has menace, and other creatures you control wearing hats in their art have menace. Unfortunately, he doesn't. I get to put this actually on 1.
Yeah, move it onto your playmat so it's visible. Yeah.
And go in for 3 now.
Down to 15. I think the abstract iguana is gonna punch me to death. All right,
I got
untap.
a card in my hand. I don't think
Upkeep,
I'll
draw.
ever use.
Mana for turn.
Gotta read. Dang you, Jumbo Imp. Why'd you die on me?
Interesting. Pay 2 blue and 2 others. This totally just changed how I want to play. Like honestly, I just drew that card. I love it. Enchantment, Common Courtesy, and I'll put my pop counter up to 1. Whenever a player casts a spell without asking my permission while casting it, I get to counter that spell. You have to ask every time you counter something. Every time you cast something.
I have to ask, can I cast this?
Yeah. And then when a player asks you permission to cast a spell and I refuse, I can counter it by sacking Common Courtesy. And then you have a 2/2. Okay, so I'll just hold with my little dude.
Well, I'm going to play a mountain, and I'm going to go in for 3, 4, 5.
Down to 15. So you didn't, or no, wait, I was at, shoot. What was I at? I was at 15, so I legit don't remember.
So I hit you for 2, and
The
I
first
hit
time.
you for 3, and now I'm hitting you for 5.
So I was at 15. I picked it up and said the number I was at, so I'm down to 10. Oh my gosh. Wow, talk about bad memory. You didn't cast anything. You don't want to ask my permission?
I don't have a spell that I can really cast right now.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Mana for turn. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Common Courtesy. What the heck?
I don't have enough mana for that. We'll pay 2 and 2 others for Timmy Power Gamer. A 1/1, but I can pay 4 and and it says I may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. So he's basically a workaround. I'll uptick my pop counter, and then I will hold.
I'll untap. I will draw. Unfortunately, I will play that.
Why is that unfortunate, man? It's always good.
And I guess I'll go in for 5.
I'm gonna block the one that doesn't have menace with my Croc, so I only take 2.
Mm-hmm.
My turn.
Yep.
Untap, upkeep, draw, mana for turn. Huh. Cool. Okay, I'm going to use Timmy's ability. I'm going to pay 4. And then I get around that one's supplemental mana cost. Avatar of Me. This spell costs 1 more to cast for each 10 years you've been alive, but it doesn't matter because I did that. Avatar of Me is equal to your height in feet, which I'm 5 feet. And its toughness is equal to your American shoe size, round to the nearest half, which is interesting. Is it supposed to say round to the nearest full? So that it's a full number? So it can have half toughness?
Yeah, there's half powered cards in this set.
That's funny. Okay, so 6.5. So let's grab another one of these. So it's a 5, 6.5.
So you gotta do at least 7 damage to it. 6 just won't do it.
Okay, so we'll use that dice. I'm sorry, I'm running out of dice for using them for so many things. And we'll say this is the half, because it doesn't look like I'm gonna get the bingo card out. I got these. I might get the bingo card later, but I got these out to play with. There's a card in here called Bingo. And then, so did I uptick him? Uptick this one? No, I didn't.
No.
So I uptick the pop counter to 3, and then I will hold.
Mana. Go red and 3 to play. May I play my goblin SWAT team?
You almost forgot to ask. Let me see it. I don't know if you may. I'll look at it. No. I reject. So I sack.
Okay.
I'm sorry, did I just like really dishearten you there?
Oh, I need to note that that was an E.
But
it's whenever I cast
oh, whenever you cast it?
I don't
But
know.
I didn't let you cast it. Oh, yeah, I countered it. Okay.
E. So he gets a 1 counter.
So I'm sorry, were you not done there?
And I'm done now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I'm excited.
I got stuck with a card that I don't think I'll ever get to use.
Why is that?
Because it targets a very specific type of card. And I've yet to see any of what this card targets on any of your cards.
Oh, gotcha. I'm going to pay 2 blue and 1 other for Chicken a la King. Whenever a 6 is rolled on a 6-sided die, put a 1/1 counter on each bird.
I'm going to play black and play duh.
Which does?
Destroy target creature with reminder text. Reminder text is in parentheses.
Oh, you were waiting for me. That's the one you thought you weren't going to get to do?
Yep.
Well, I'm just going to finish reading it. Tap an untapped bird you control to roll a 6-sided dice was all the rest of that. But I cast it, and you cast it, so up your pop counter.
Oh, I got to note my D.
Okay.
So I get 1/1 on my iguana art.
So it's a 5/5.
Mm-hmm.
I will attack in with my 5, 6.5. And you better freaking believe I'm gonna say it every single time. Your face is like bright red right now. Like you can't even breathe right.
5, 6.5. Okay. Are you done, miss?
I'm done. Full swing?
3, let's see, 5,
I'm just
6,
blocking.
7.
I'll just walk.
Okay, so you can take 2.
Down to 6. Sorry,
I can't do anything about that 5, 6.5.
so you'll just full swing. Hope to beat me down? Mm-hmm. You might. You might get me. Alright, untap, upkeep, draw. Mana for turn. And then I will pay 1 and 3 others for Surgeon. General is crossed out, Commander. Whenever I augment, enchant, or mutate a creature I control, I get to draw a card.
I think mutate's going to be in Ikoria.
I get to go up to 5 on my pop counter, and I get to create the giant teddy bear and pop my balloon. Oh, hey, where'd that come from?
Because it's on the back of my acorn.
Oh, no, you're fine. Keep your acorn, because there was 2 of them. Oh, I thought. Wasn't there? Yeah, there's 2 of them. Actually, there's 3. I don't know why they gave you so many of those. They should have done more Beebles. Okay, and then resets all pot counters to 0. So it's the artifact stays out here.
Yeah.
Okay. So does this thing have haste?
No.
Okay. So the only other thing.
You just hit me with a 5, 6.5.
Yep. That's what I'll do.
I'm gonna get killed by a 5, 6.5 creature. Yep.
Oh.
I gotta hold.
Alright, untap. Stop it. I'm gonna stop it. Okay, untap, upkeep, draw. Mana for turn, because I got mana for days. No. And you know what's funny is every time I scryed earlier, I was burning. Oh, was that in the first game though? Oh my gosh, I've already lost track.
I got a lot of mana because look.
Okay. We'll pay 2 blue and 2 others for Johnny Combo Player. So I'm gonna uptick my start my pop counter, which doesn't matter because then I will full swing. 5, 6.5, 3, 3, 5, 5.
Wow. Block here on the 5, 6.5.
Okay. And 8 damage gets across.
Yep. So I'm a 1 life. And what are you killing? Both my creatures or one of my creatures?
We'll kill this guy. So this guy survives. And then my guy dies. Thank you, Avatar. You were the most awesome representation of me that I could ever have hoped for. And then wait, in my second main phase, because he doesn't require to tap, I can pay 4, search my library for a card, put that card in your hand, then shuffle your library. And we'll do this one, I think.
Okay, 2. To play an Inhumaniac. At the beginning of your upkeep, roll a 6-sided die. On a 3/4, put a 1/1 counter on him. On a 5 or higher, put 2 1/1 counters on it. Ooh. On a 1, remove all 1 counters from it.
That's funny. Uptick your pop counter.
What's that one?
No, because the one was from...
No, the 1 was because you reset us, so we had to go back to 0. I'm gonna roll 6. Oh.
But you get to put 2 because it says 5 or higher. On a 5 or higher, put 2 1/1s, right?
Oh, that's at the beginning of my upkeep, but he lets me roll die whenever I want when I tap it. That's what I was doing. I just
but don't you have to...
At the beginning of your upkeep, roll a 6-sided die on a 3/4, but...
Yeah, because it's a comma. So, like, when that one triggers to... So my understanding is it's not any time a dice is rolled, yeah. Right? Like, that's the wording it would need.
Yeah, I was just gonna try.
Yeah, you were trying for that.
I was trying to kill myself.
Why were you trying to kill yourself?
So you didn't.
Salty!
But instead, I get to add green or red mana to my mana pool. I'm done.
Untap, upkeep, draw, full swing.
You win because I can't block. I can only block 2.
That's funny.
I drew mana for like 5 turns in a row.
All right, so I guess I'm the unset winner for now.
Oh man, that was something good coming up.
We may probably we'll play again with different matchups, with different sets of cards, because this is really fun. And we've only been around long enough for, it was Unstable was the most recent?
Yeah.
Right? So we got a box of Unstable, but a lot of it is like, there's like run around the room and high five people, or talk to, like, I forgot what it was, like, there was a lot of really interactive stuff that we can't do as only 2 players at home. So some of the cards and some of the mechanics didn't work out great for us in that unset, but it looks like these are pretty.
Yeah, well, because this is built mostly for
yeah, because it's,
there's only
the box says 2-player game, so there's only a few interactive kind of things, but like there's one in here for the seasons, and you were saying there was like an owl that does for like nighttime or daytime, like it interacts differently with what time of day. So it's more stuff like that that'll be easier for a 2-player game, which unfortunately is kind of one of our restrictions. So, but we've both really, I flipped right to Cheaty Armchair. We've both been really interested in the unsets, and really the unsets really reward your knowledge of Magic.
Yeah.
Not just with the different keywords that are like going back a ways, but also in rewarding you about your artist. And there was some of these blue cards that would reward you for your card knowledge, because you can call up a card from any time in Magic and cast it if it's like the same mana spell or same mana cost as something else you're casting. So like this, oh, I flipped right to him too. That's the card. Whoa.
Whoa.
I'm too excited. I'm having too much fun.
Garfield, PhD.
Yeah. Oh, and then I flipped right to her too. I'm magic tonight.
Hippo.
Yeah, so those are 2 cards we didn't see but are really interesting. So I think we're definitely going to want to get a lot more use out of this because this is a really fun set. So thanks for sticking with us. I have no idea how long that all took, but it probably a while because that first game was really 2. So you kind of did get a full 3-game match.
3 games.
So thanks for joining us. We hope you had as much fun as we did, and we'll see you next time.